Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Homework, which are given by our schools, certainly provides extra work that could have been done actually at schools, but we done it at home. Of course, except during this COVID-19 pandemic, which requires activity to carry out at home. The homework concept itself, there's some people who argue that the one who created this homework concept is Roberto Nevelis, even though many sources that say that name, it is still not clear that if it's true or not, but it is clear that the person who created this homework concept has a major influence to this world civilization in these days. There's some people who argue that giving homework give disciplines to the students, but homework also has a negative impact, especially on the student themselves. In this event, I will start with the reason why homework has a bad impact on students, especially those in elementary schools and to the high schools. Even though it is true that education is one of the most important things in life and can be done anywhere, the thing that become a concern is how teachers teach it in the way that it is not suitable for the students, then give many assignments that make the students the feel enjoyment in learning is lost and make the motivation to learn is reduced, so that it doesn't make the response of the assignment that given by the teacher is good, it's not done well. In this event, I will start with what should be taught to the children at young age. The learning independently at home only adds the work that should be done at schools. And the third thing is the period in which children form character to the audiences that working for their identity. Then I finally summarize and make a conclusion of my presentation. First of all, our President Joko Widodo, the President of Indonesia, once said that the creating and cultivating politeness and manners is very, very important because in the last few years, our people of Indonesia have lost these things. Character education for early childhood to adolescence is intended to instill value of kindness so that it can become a habit then when they become adults or at the next level of education. In this case, homework will only provide a time limit for the students to able to interact with the family and with the society. Of course, family, schools, communities, and other educational institution, formal or informal, certainly have a big role in character building. Starting from education at home, which I call it the school of love, which teach love and affection, to the school education, which not only learn about the knowledge alone, but beyond that, namely the cultivation of morals, example, ethical values, social values, mutual appreciation, and teach what not should be done or prohibited in society. So with that, these children's well formed characters, so that they have a good future. Second thing, independent learning. which what I mean is this an activity which is compulsory to study at home after undergoing long learning activities at home at schools. Sorry, if you look if we look the school policies in Indonesia, especially the activities of learning and teaching is carried out 6:45 to 3:30, and it's still given homework in the process. Whatever it is, it doesn't make the student tired. The whole day is filled with learning lessons from the school for about nine more than 9 hours, and homework is built up from the schools. Of course, this requires overhaul by the system and from the teacher themselves. There are some people says that teacher quality determines the quality of education outcomes, and I quite agree with that. The teacher should be able to explain in the language that easy to understand, make the student more comfortable, feel enjoy, and feel and give a positive aura to the students that they can learn in the class. Even though there's a student that didn't like the subject, at least the teacher can make the student comfortable in the class. And the last thing is, and the third one is the importance of childhood to advances. Homework, as I explained it in the second point, children only spend their time to work to spend with their homework. So it is there's some a little time. Aku lang. Tadi cut ya. Tadi cut satu dua tiga. And the last one is the importance of childhood and the advances. Homework, as I explained it in the second view and the second point, children only spend their time with accumulated homework. So there's so little time that can be used freely for the children to do what they want and make them what they want and make themselves as their real selves. Starting from the formation of character at the age of 1 to 5 years old, because at this age the growth and development that occurs from in the children is actually very unique, because the formation and the development of character really depends of their surrounding and both in both family and their home environment. In the case of adolescents, the age of around 18 period, adolescents looking there for their identity, and where the adolescents face some problems such as university entrance assignment and so others, with the support of the parents, teachers, and the environment around the adolescents or the teenagers. Of course, the teenagers will be faster. I mean, more focused in making choices to find their identity, so that they will begin to imagine how the future will be with them, and finding their identity supports by good behaviors. And finally, let's conclude what the discussion about homework is actually not good for the child through advances. With homework and relativity long school hours, little time can be actually used for the children or adolescents to build their good character, a good personal, and find their true identity. In fact, they can improve with the support of their parents who really care about their education, and the character of the and Okay, the character of the children, and and the qualified teachers in teaching. With two these things, with two these things, is certainly there's no need for homework, so that the parents can freely shape the character of their children behaviors, and the audiences can explore more about themselves and the surroundings, and they can find their true identity, because all of that can make a nation like Indonesia prosper and more straight in justice. That's all from me. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.